Judy Freeman, born in Ungvar, Czechoslovakia. I was born in Ungvar in the Carpathian region of Czechoslovakia, which in 1938 became part of Hungary. My father was a baker, and I was assimilated into the local culture. Reading was my passion, and I had many Gentile friends. In 1944, everything changed when Germany marched into Hungary and began the deportation of the Jews. All of the Jews from my city and the entire area were rounded up and put into a ghetto. My family had no idea about the extermination camps. We were deported to Auschwitz and faced Dr. Josef Mengele, who separated me from my mother and 12-year-old sister. They were sent directly to the gas chambers upon arrival. I was 15 years old and was sent with the group of young and able-bodied women. I wanted to go with my mother, but one of the prisoners who worked at the arrival platform insisted that I stay in the group to which I was sent. This saved my life. I was assigned to Lager C in Birkenau. Each barrack housed 1,000 women. We lived on bare shelves. 8 to 10 persons shared each shelf. We had only a dress to wear. The lucky ones got to keep their shoes. I was one of the lucky ones. There were endless days with nothing to do, just starving and roll call. I filled my time by giving book reviews to my fellow prisoners, telling them the stories of the books I had read in the past. To this day, reading is still my passion. Some of the girls developed a vacant stare and lost the ability to think, but I was determined to try to keep my sanity and to stay alive in order to tell the world of the atrocities that mankind can inflict upon innocent human beings. In the fall of 1944, I was selected to be taken to the crematorium. While waiting to be gassed, a sudden air raid interrupted the killings and was marched back to my barrack, once again cheating imminent death. In November of that year, I was sent to a slave labor camp near Berlin called Guben. I worked there in an ammunition and electronic factory. The workday was long, and the factory far from the campgrounds, but I was grateful that it was indoor labor and not outside in the cold winter. When the Russian army was getting close to Berlin, we were evacuated and taken on the death march through the forests and highways of Germany. Eventually, I wound up in Bergen-Belsen, where we were crowded into barracks, lived on the floor, and were infested with lice. A typhus epidemic raged that killed thousands each day. I contracted typhus and was very sick when the British Army liberated Bergen-Belsen on April 15, 1945. After spending some time in a hospital, I returned to my hometown and found that none of my family members survived. I met my future husband, and we left together and waited 2 years in a displaced persons camp near Munich, Germany, until we were able to start a new life in America.